Hello, this is Invector and welcome to my newest Hearts of Iron 4 video. In today's video, we'll be getting 3 achievements with Norway, and they are Choose Your Fighter as Norway with Peder Jarlsberg as country leader, own Telemark, Gloucestershire, Normandy, Lombardy and Holland. As Norway own and control every Mexican core, which is named Norway Jose, and Pinot Norway, which is as Norway own and control the state of Bourgogne or something in France. So this means we need to conquer Mexico, France, Italy, Netherlands and UK. We immediately need to click these 6 decisions in order to continue with our focuses. Don't worry about conscription, it's gonna go away on its own. We are gonna have enough war support. Now we need to do 6 of these again because we are gonna need it anyway, and our base war support can't go lower than 6%, so if we do it right now, we won't lose war support from clicking those decisions, and we are continuing our focuses. We need to do 3 of the economy ones and a bunch of the war support one. Just make sure to click either of them whenever it's finished. The focus is done. We continue with the next focus. As research, we go with electronics and construction. And whenever it's done, we can go transport because we are gonna navally invade someone. The 2 stones with 1 bird, or 2 birds with 1 stone, is the best because it gets rid of both the communists and the fascists. Right into the more stability. Now don't do the focus and do another focus instead because we need to get our war support to 70%. So just clicking the decisions will get our war support up to about 60%, and then we can just send an attaché to another country like China to get enough war support. We can continue doing it as doing our focus. It's done, we've switched to non-aligned. Let's continue down to the left path. Artillery and infantry. Those 2 things, and of course fighters. Our focus is done. Let's do the next one. I'm gonna play a Grand Battle Plan this time. Japan has declared on China. That's perfect. We can just send an attaché to China immediately and get our plus 10 war support. So now we are over 70%, which is what we needed. Let's continue doing the fighter researches. Someone in the comments asked specifically for what I'm doing as research, so I'm showing it off this time. So basically I'm doing electronics and industry, and then infantry and artillery, and then fighter stuff, and then CAS of course. So now we can do Shield of the North, which is necessary. Our royal claims, and then we claim on Sweden. So the trick is to delete the army so Swedes actually refuse, because we want the whole country. So they reject our demands, then we deploy our army and we declare war, and we manually push because they don't have enough divisions to cover the front line. We can switch to war economy. Let's hire this guy for stability. So I'm just going to manually attack with my divisions for the whole country, basically. This is tedious, I know, but it's the fastest way of doing this. Sweden capitulates, we annex everything, and you can actually set the garrison to no garrison, because we are gonna core the whole country anyway, pretty soon. There we go. Now, if you complete this and Denmark accepts, we don't want that, that's not good. Because we can't click the button, because we don't have all the Danish cores. So we delete our army and add units to the deployment, but we don't deploy them yet, and then finish the focus. Now Denmark rejects. We can ask for Iceland, and we declare war on Denmark, and they surrender, and we refuse. Because we need to take them by force to annex everything. We don't want a puppet. So then we deploy our troops, we prepare naval invasions, we deploy the navy, and our navy is superior because we got the Swedish navy also. So just micromanage after this point to conquer Denmark. Just let them into your lands, because the less divisions they have in their lands, the better. Because you will be capitulating them faster than they will capitulate you. Just one mistake and they're done. There we go. We annex everything. We take their navy. And now we have Greenland, we're gonna have Iceland, and we can click the button. We form the Kalmar Union again. And we've cored Denmark and Sweden. And we are reshaping our main template. This is good. I've basically made a spreadsheet for all of this. Just trust me when I say this. It's 25, 30, and 35 widths, which are best. And I'm gonna play with 30 this time. Iceland accepts, we get Iceland. Let's make our first fighters. Basically the best is when you get air defense and air attack as high as possible, but I don't have enough experience yet for that, so now we need to prepare to invade United Kingdom, because Germany has already started conquering Poland, and we don't want them attacking us. If we have the same enemy, we can get ourselves invited to Axis. So we declare war, and we deploy our troops and our navy, and we join Axis. And we are navally invading United Kingdom. Just manually attack wherever is empty. I'm just gonna go all the way for manpower, because we are really lacking manpower. So I'm just gonna speed it up now. We have done this multiple times, you know how this goes. Set up front lines, push, Our divisions are really good, so they have no chance of stopping us actually. And I'm gonna start deploying my fighters as well. So as you can see, it's a little like we are struggling a little. That's because our divisions have not arrived to United Kingdom yet, but now that they're here, we can actually start pushing. And also Germans and Italians are gonna be arriving soon, so they're gonna help us. But basically we need to cut them off from supply and we can just destroy their divisions. But please know that if they're cut off but they still have a port, they're not encircled per se. So they will still have supply, but you can still destroy the divisions if you can defeat them. So now we're just mopping it up. Please remember that after United Kingdom we need to get USA first because we need to get to Mexico. So it's important that in the peace deal we get the United States border with Mexico, all of the land that's basically required. And you don't really need to get Gloucestershire or whatever in United Kingdom because we are gonna be dealing with Axis anyways for the lands in Italy, and we most likely are not going to be able to get the land that we need in France. So don't worry about the land in the UK, but we need to worry about the land in Canada. It's crucial. So I'm just gonna make the CAS. There we go. I would have liked to have diving brakes, but I couldn't afford it. So I'm just gonna start my war goal on Mexico, because we are almost done here. And the sooner you get into United States, the better for our country. And I want to form the Sea Empire after this war is done. So we're gonna be annexing the English lands. There we go, UK capitulates. And now I'm gonna start annexing the land that I need from England. Isle of Man as well. And I need to get Bourgoin from France. I got Canadian land, which is what I needed. Yeah, as you can see, they don't want to give it up. And at the end, I have to give up Bourgoin. Yeah, I can't take it. But I took all the British lands anyway, so... And a couple of islands. And whenever a peace deal is done like this, at the end, please check all the countries, if there's any land left. And if there isn't, just grab whatever ships you can, and it's the end of the peace deal. And we can form the North Sea Empire. We are a nice dark blue now. And we have a lot of factories. Now, what we need to do is to deploy a lot of troops, because we need a couple of armies for United States. And we need to actually improve the Canadian land infrastructure, railroads, airports, and one really good port to import the supply. And unfortunately, we are not going to be ready infrastructure wise when our war goal completes. But I'm gonna just declare war anyway, because the more we wait, it's worse it's gonna be for us. And maybe we can just get an early conquest somewhat. But as it turns out, I couldn't. The thing is, we don't really have an air force yet. Like, we have a good sizable air force, but the airport situation is actually lacking because we need to build a lot of stuff and we don't have that many civilian factories. So as you can see, United States is navally invading us. That's a big problem. Even though we have the Swedish and the British Navy, it's a big problem. And they are navally invading us on Vancouver as well. So yeah, the American Navy is actually very superior. They got Quebec, and it's crucial that you keep Quebec, and luckily I could defeat these divisions and get it back, because that's our basically supply line. We lose Quebec and we lose it all. Let's make the updated fighters for 1940. So we need self-sealing fuel tanks and armor. And we can actually add cannons. There we go. And our CAS, of course. Heavy bomb locks. And dive brakes. There we go. As you can see, we've split them up. And we are wiping out the northeast section of the naval invasion. And now we can push in the east, which is the best place to push because that's where all the victory points are. Except for the big victory points in California, but you don't need to get them in order to capitulate the United States. Yeah, they can still navally invade us in Boston area, but we can just push them back. The trouble with Norway is that they don't really start with an infantry guy, so you don't get the attack and defense bonus from infantry. But you can just make one of yours after fighting United States for a while. But we can't really push from the west and the middle. But we are pushing from the east, which is sufficient. Just manually push. And yeah, we haven't finished the railroads yet, and we are halfway into their country. So. But there is now little resistance on the eastern side, which is great. And we don't really need to push the west. More divisions. And I'm deploying more navy to deal with the naval invasions. It's somewhat better for them to navally invade us for us, because the invasion forces are going to get destroyed anyway. So more like when you are Finland and Soviets are navally invading you, you know? They navally invade you, you protect the ports, they get into your lands and you destroy their troops. But now, as you can see, we are just pushing into the country. It's no problem. They're basically done here. So the plan is, after United States, we are going to push into Mexico, and we need to order 66, the Axis. I know that some of you are not fond of the tactic, but it's sort of required because Axis is incredibly strong right now, and they're going to capitulate Soviet Union anyway. And I actually don't mind using that tactic. I don't find it to be cheesy at all. So apologies if you don't like that, but I really like it, and I'm gonna continue using it. So there we go, we annex, and we can just push into Mexico now. it's so strange that United States can't form a faction. I think US should be able to form a faction if Allies is destroyed. Now I'm going to put garrison orders in Italy and Germany and all the other major powers in Axis, which are also Bulgaria and Hungary. And please be aware that Romania can also become a major, especially after Soviet Union is defeated, because the less majors you have, the more other nations are gonna become majors. So just be aware of that. Now, to help Germany, I'm building a supply hubs for them so they can push better. And the trick is to leave Axis, declare war on Soviet Union, and then get military access from the Axis powers, and then defeat the Soviets and order 66 the Axis. So as you can see, it's all green bubbles. Well, not all, but pretty much everywhere green bubbles. Italy is gone. Germany is almost gone. I'm just going to micromanage all the little pockets. Like, some of the land can't be conquered directly, but you can just manually attack them with your divisions. And I'm using the 30 width divisions. These are actually good divisions that can fight. So now that we have destroyed pretty much everything else, we can mop it up with our superior divisions. Bulgaria can be a tough nut to crack because they don't really have a lot of victory points. Oh, the game is actually lagging. What the hell? Okay, Germany is gone. And the problem is Vichy France is also major. And Vichy France doesn't have enough victory points in the north, in France, to get capitulated. So we actually need to navally invade northern Africa. French government returns to... What? Oh. Okay. We need to take care of that. This sometimes happens. Just once in a while, just zoom out from the map and take a look, like what's happening, you know? Because too many times I've been invaded and conquered by Italy because I didn't garrison the little islands near Turkey, you know? Okay, we are pushing. And we are pushing in the north as well. And we have the peace deal. We annex all. Oh, we cannot annex all because of Japan. Damn it. Okay, so we need to annex what we need actually first. Yeah, Normandy, Bourgeois, Holland, whatever. And we can actually start getting all the other stuff. Well, we have 62% war participation, so it's gonna be fine. But it's still, like, I would have liked to annex everything, you know? And Japan is gonna make a whole mess of things. Most likely. We have the Canadian lands. There are a lot of islands. And Russia, of course. And they have already made a puppet in Crimea, I think. And Venezuela, of course. I hate it when they make just a puppet with just one piece of land and they don't touch the other land, like, in any time. So it's just like 7 puppets with just one province. I hate that. I think there should be a rule in the game where if you puppet someone, you need to either annex or puppet all the other lands before you puppet someone else. I think that should be a rule. We got all we need and the peace deal. And there we go. We have all the achievements because there is no achievements left to accomplish. There is Greater Hungary. There is a Japanese Romania. There is a Bulgaria, which is at war with China. There is Norwegian Italy, of course. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you get your achievements as well. The next video is going to be about the bus achievement with Sweden. I hope they fix it. I know that it's bugged right now. Oh, we're at war with Finland. What the hell? Okay, anyway, so it's not that important right now, but yeah, I'm gonna complete all of the challenges for the expansion, and I hope you watch my next video as well. And for that, maybe you can get subscribed to my channel and like the video if you liked it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.